Hello and welcome to Not So Awesome Review. Today we're looking at the Sonic the Hedgehog Ray, the Flying Squirrel action figure by Jakks. So finally I was able to pick up Ray, which is the last figure I needed from the current wave. There has been 2 more announced since these ones came out, which I'm excited for. But yeah, picked up Ray. We have him here. We can finally do a quick little review on him. But yeah, I'm excited for this figure because he looks awesome and he's a flying squirrel. I mean, he's just a squirrel in general. I don't know. I enjoy squirrels. Every time I see them running around the city, just doing whatever, I always have to stop and look at them because they're just fascinating. I mean, here's a picture I took of a squirrel, I think a couple of years ago or something. So yeah, they're awesome. Obviously, this guy looks very, very different from those kind of squirrels, especially in the color. He looks, well, he's yellow. He reminds me of like Supersonic because of the yellowness, which is fine. I don't really have an issue with that. The look on him looks good. Again, Jakks knows what they're doing when it comes to molding these figures, and Ray looks amazing. Accessory-wise, he does come with a Chaos Emerald, which is one that we've gotten before. Unfortunately, I can't tell you off the top of my head which figure came with this exact one. But yeah, it is a re-release, and fortunately, I'm still missing, I think, one of the releases. So I'm missing, I need a different one. But for the people who missed out on that particular color, it's good for them. Again, not really much to say. It's Chaos Emerald. They're cool. They remind me of candy. They remind me of rock candy. They just don't eat them. They're plastic. Anyways, taking a quick closer look at Ray, they did a pretty good job with him, color-wise and everything. You know, he's a pretty simple figure. Yellow, some blue, the tan color for his muzzle and his little chest right there, his little belly. But other than that, yeah, he looks good. Again, Jakks just knows what they're doing when it comes to making these figures. It looks like he popped off the video game. Not really much else to say there other than really good job. Color-wise with the blue on the shoes, maybe a little overspray here and there on the white and stuff, or maybe underspray on the blue. I'm not really sure. I think the blue's painted on. But really what you would expect. Typically, you're not going to get anything bad on this figure because I don't think there's really much to mess up on. So, again, aesthetic-wise, looks great. Articulation-wise, it's what you would expect from a basic Jakks figure. Of course, we don't have no joints at the arms. They opted to give us joints at the knees instead. But yeah, I'm still waiting and hoping that Jakks starts giving us the movie quality of these figures because they're the same price point. I don't see why they wouldn't. I can kind of understand with him. He does have the little flying wings, so it would make their job a little bit more difficult if he had elbow joints, but it's still doable, you know. But anyways, he has a little something there. He can turn his head left and right, no problem, no up and down or anything like that. Again, the eyes look really good. The hair looks good. Even the ears are painted good. There's really no paint issues going on there at all. Same with his stomach and everything. Like I said, the shoes, a little bit of white showing right there. I believe the blue is painted on. You can kind of see where it's sprayed, but it didn't go all the way through. Not really a big issue at all. Anyways, arms can move up and down, rotate all the way around. Rotation at the wrist, no real hinge or anything like that. Not really any movement. Can move his legs up and back. Rotate them outwards to go back and forward. We have that single jointed knee right there. We do have rotation at the shoe and a little bit of a shift, but not too much. Doesn't really do too much. Getting him to balance isn't the hardest. You know, tails is definitely a lot more difficult, but because of his tail, he does kind of want to lean back a little bit. You can move it up and down and rotate it down. Kind of use that to help him stay up if you don't really mind too much, though he does want to lean forward when you do that. Yeah, balance-wise, not the best, but definitely not the worst. There's definitely been worse figures. He does have a pair of fists on him, which I think is great. You know, don't really, I don't know, I like open hands and everything, but I like fists better. Just a preference of mine, but yeah, figure is awesome. Articulation, decent. It's what you expect from a Jakks figure. I like it. As for some size comparisons, here he is next to modern Sonic. You can see he is a little bit shorter than him. Obviously, this is more of a classic-y looking design, so it doesn't really look too great, but it's not too far off. Just want to put these guys together just so you guys can get that visual. But here he is next to classic Sonic, and yeah, that looks so much better. They look really, really nice together. I'm hoping we get some more classic-looking figures in this line. I know we have a good amount of them in the little 2-inch line and everything, but if we can get more in this scale, I'll be happy because this looks really, really good together, honestly. So hopefully we're going to be expanding that kind of classic-y look. And yeah, unfortunately, I don't have Mighty, one of the only figures from jakks that I'm actually missing. But I did want to put Tails here so you guys can get a little bit of a comparison, even though Tails is definitely not going to want to stand because, again, his tails, unless I do that. So there we go, Tails next to them. Definitely looks off because I believe that's more of a modern look for Tails, but yeah, it's still cool to add him to the list of figures nonetheless. Again, unfortunately, no Mighty, so I can't do a comparison. I'm hoping they just re-release him, and if they do, I'll do a review of him then. But as of now, I want to say there's no word on that. Unless I see him in the store at some point, randomly at like one of the used stores I go to or something, I'll definitely pick him up. But until then, yeah, sorry, can't do a comparison there, but I'm sure he looks great with him. Anyways, that is my review for Ray the Squirrel. Do I recommend him? Yeah, $10, not a bad figure. It's basically what you expect from jakks. Nothing amazing, nothing super articulated, which honestly, the more I review these figures, yeah, I do want that. I want something I can do, you know, a few more poses with, have a little bit more fun with. But for the price points, I will always say it's sculpt-wise, perfect. Price, not bad at all. So I'm happy they released this guy. Happy to have him. Cannot wait for the next two waves because they look really good. So look for those reviews whenever those figures actually start hitting shelves. Sonic Frontiers released today as I'm recording this. It should be up on Wednesday. And I was going to do a quick little 60-second unboxing for that, but unfortunately Best Buy decided to be Best Buy. And the steelbook that comes with the pre-order is going to be mailed to me instead. So I was like, yeah, screw it. I'm just going to play the game. And yeah, so anyways, I'm going to go play that. I will review this and have this up sometime today, knowing you're watching it. So hopefully it did make it up. Otherwise, this is just existing in data and no one's seeing it. But yeah, anyways, like I said in my last review, for people who didn't watch that one, which was Master Chief, I believe, videos will be limited to Wednesdays for the moment. I want to try and get a little bit of a backlog going for other days on older stuff when I get a chance, but I'm going to be a little bit busy for the next month and a half, so I won't be able to upload as much. Hopefully I can still at least put out one video on Wednesdays, which is my goal, but we'll see how that goes. I have been a little bit sick. I'm still a little bit sick while recording this, but yeah, hopefully that gets better as well. And yeah, anyways, thank you for watching, and I will see you all later. Goodbye.